we are going to be learning how to cook with Dining with Diego. The meals that we're going to be having, okay? I'm going to try to remember all this. The first thing you're going to be having is you're going to be having roasted mixed organic carrots in honey cumin. The second dish you're going to learn how to cook today from Diego is stewed scallops with cherry tomatoes in garlic cumin. And for the final dish, we're going to have dessert egg with, now this is a tough one, zabliago, and I know Diego's going to correct me, with raspberry and balsamic. Okay, did I get that right, Diego?
Fantastic. It's quite good.
Okay.
Luckily you said the rest because I already forgot.
You already forgot. Anyway, folks, this is Diego, and we're here at Oso, and we're going to learn how to cook for the next 4 weeks. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make sure that you follow, and you go ahead and share this video so that we can get things going here. Randy, are you getting something there? On top of there, great. And so folks, when you're doing this, I want you to click into the comments below. First of all, we want to find out where you're from. If you're from overseas, we're in Singapore. If you're from Amokyo, if you're from Bishan, if you're from Tanjung Pagar, right where we are, then go ahead and tell us where you are. All right, now we're going to be doing this cooking thing. We're going to be doing it for 4 weeks. Now you want to make sure you watch the whole episode because we're going to give you an opportunity to win something at the end of the day. All right, so here's Diego, and we're getting ready. I'm going to turn it over to Diego here because I don't know how to cook to save my life. What I do is I just go out and fell sheep or shoot birds with bow and arrows and stuff like that. Diego, what are we going to be doing today?
Okay, so for you to have the same kind of body like that. So not like that. So I said, okay, let's do something very simple. You open your fridge or you go to the market, you take something very nice, simple. Example, today everybody doesn't like, but we're using carrots. So I found the carrots something people like when they are aged. When you're younger, nobody eat carrot, even me. So I said we take some different kind of organic carrots, and this is the one will be our starter or main course, just simply roasted and leave it like that. And then the scallops. So I start to do with the carrots.
Okay. So Diego, let me ask you something. So you're using organic carrots. So I'm sure a lot of people out there are wondering, is there a difference in flavor and texture using organics, or is it all the same?
Okay. First of all, when you're organic, the flavor, they are very good all. But first of all, organic, example, you don't need to really peel the carrot. Because the organic, you just simply wash, you scratch a little bit like that. So you try to maintain as much you can the flavor of the carrots. And then organic is organic.
So
no chemically addition, chemistry. We just take as it is. That was the nature give it to us. And sometimes they're ugly, same as me as this one. They're not perfect. They're not perfect. So
and so you can just do this with a knife, so we don't have to wind up getting one of those carrot peeler thingies, right?
No, because they're small anyway. The organic, they're pretty small generally.
Okay.
And then if you use the peeler, first of all you peel your skin, and then it take time. But just like that, it's actually very nice. Then
is that a carrot?
They're carrot, different kind of. Yeah, this is the yellow one.
Interesting, a yellow carrot. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
carrot. There are so many variety. In fact, I just show the one we just simply buy everywhere.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you something, Diego. Is there a difference in flavor from this yellow one and that orange one?
Flavor, they are very good. I must say that because carrot is naturally sweet and crunchy at the same time. But this one, they have a more soil taste, which is the nature anyway.
Okay.
So this one is really no soil.
And folks, as Diego is making this, just to let you know, in terms of what we're doing on this Facebook Live with Dining with Diego, everything is about health. And the great thing about the dining like this is like home cooking. And whenever you go with home cooking, you're eating healthy. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have XYZ macronutrients, protein, fats, and starches or carbohydrates. It's about actually cooking like nature intended us, like Diego's doing here, right?
So you see, it takes just a few minutes. You peel a little bit. I already pre-wash, of course, because they're from the soil, definitely. They have a little bit of soil. So and voila. It's simply clean, opla.
And this is something that we can all make quite fast, right?
Yeah.
The dishes that you're making. Folks, we're going to be doing this in like, less than 30 minutes, so this is kind of cool. Okay?
I try to do less than 30 minutes.
As you cook, I'll just and get things done.
So basically, using the, I'm very lucky, now it works. So we just put a little bit extra virgin olive oil.
Now, Diego, you're using extra virgin olive oil. What's the difference between using extra virgin olive oil and just using normal olive oil?
The extra virgin olive oil is the one basically you digest 100%.
Okay.
As long as you don't burn.
As long as you don't burn.
No need to be no burn. Definitely no burn.
And folks, this is the whole thing in terms of olive oils versus like corn oil versus like all the other safflower oils and stuff like that. That's not necessarily healthy. Olive oil is actually the way to go, right?
Yes. Extra virgin is possible. The pressure has been done in cold pressure. But the most important is not to burn. This is the most important. If you burn, all the nutrition, everything the olive oil give it to you.
Okay.
Then you just simply crush the garlic.
These are garlics. I'm gonna let Randy take a picture of you right here so I can go check on our feed. But you carry on and you go ahead and explain what you're doing
now.
Just
simply crush because unless you want to slice, but for us. Yeah, see, the oil is slowly, drizzling with the garlic, and in this moment the flavor of the garlic go mix together with the oil. So all together. This is the purpose to use the oil, to extract and to maintain the flavor of the ingredient. And here we are. Really like that. Perfectly, see? You see how drizzling very fast? See how nice it is? The flavor going there. And then later if you want to take out, you just take away later. It's much easier for you. Then we put all our carrots inside as an army, all together, you see? Oh. Very beautifully.
Now, Diego, you're actually roasting the whole carrot at the same time. Why not cut it up? What's the difference between that? Or is it just
I want to enclose the flavor of the carrot in the carrot. I want to. And then, actually later you will see, it's already so beautiful. Look at that. It's very beautiful. Cutting, we can cut it. We're cutting the biggest one. So just do like that, you see.
So keeping all the flavor in. God, I didn't even know that. You see, I was just cutting up stuff because I thought that would be easier.
It's definitely easier to cook. This one will take 8 to 10 minutes, slowly. Then I want at the same time just a little bit of honey.
This is where that honey is coming in.
Yeah, they're already sweet. Not really need much actually. Just a little bit.
So those of you who are just tuning in, we're dining with Diego. We're going to be dining with Diego for the next 4 weeks. Today is the first week, and we're going to be doing a new menu, new quick cooking cuisine by Diego every week. So you want to tune in, you want to share this, and you want to follow us. And as I mentioned earlier, you want to stand by for the end because we're going to give you an opportunity to win something that's quite exciting.
So you see, they're very shiny. So all the juices, the carrots start to transpire, and they will be caramelized together with the honey. As I see, the flavor is there.
So actually, the garlic that you're cooking, that garlic flavor will go inside of the carrots, or it will be separate?
No, will be all together. So basically, how you work the flavor in a food is very simple.
Okay.
If you cook very fast, it's the same as 2 ping pong balls. They just do it bing. They just like that.
Okay.
But if you cook slowly, they merge together.
Oh, fascinating.
And become one whole flavor. This is the purpose of cooking. So if you want to do something spinach, you cook very fast. There's no need because they're so tiny. But this kind of vegetables, roots, they're very thick. Take time to cook. Must be slow. It must be slow. You see how beautiful they are. I just
put flavor in.
Yeah.
So this is like different than stir frying, right? Because stir frying is like that ping pong that you mentioned. That flavors come in, they come out. But this is infusing the flavors. Is that it?
Yes. When you put the ping pong, you need to add more fat to capture the flavor. So the flavor is very volatile. Now it's flying away. You see? If you go slow, it stays there. So the fat capture the flavor in. Must be something fat. It can be butter, can be any kind of oil, olive oil. Very simple. Can be if you do something with foie gras, the foie gras is already fat enough to unroll.
So that's interesting, folks. So what you want to do is you want to remember. Now, these are the tips by Diego in terms of how you don't know this stuff on the outside, which is absolutely fascinating, and it smells so good too.
So now I just put it on. I try to contain as much as we can their own proper juice, so the flavor they're all inside.
So Diego, is there a certain temperature that we should have it at, or how does that work?
More or less, more you keep slow. It doesn't change anything about color or anything. More you keep there, more you stay there slowly.
Okay.
Not really much, very slowly. Just this kind of cooking you just do. You leave it there, and then we prepare the rest.
Good.
Voila, here we are.
Let's do it.
For the rest is what we're gonna do. I start to prepare the tomato. Let me clean properly.
Okay, so this is the stewed scallops with cherry tomato and garlic. See, folks, I had to study what he gave me because it was like a foreign language to me, man.
In case it become too dry because by chance you put too much fire too strong, you can add a little bit of water, very simply, because we just need the flavor. Or you can add some white wine if you wish. It's up to you.
For those alcoholics out there, yep.
Anyway, the alcohol will burn away, so nothing. What we want from the wine is the acidity, as well the taste of the wine. The alcohol will be flying away. Alcohol is very volatile.
Exactly. So, folks, there's a thing. You got to be careful. So, if you're going to use alcohol, if things start to catch fire and your house starts to burn down, then what you do is you give Diego a call and you say, okay, what do I do now? Do I start roasting off by ceiling? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. It will be quite cute. Okay.
All right. Now, what type of tomatoes are you using?
So these they're Italian. So this is the season, the end of the season of the tomato. So this is the classic Datterini, which is the one we're using for cooking, especially in Italy, for do the sauces, everything.
So this is a little bit different than the cherry tomato that I see in your basket over there.
This is the classic. Very nice tomato you can find everywhere.
So what's the difference? Is there a difference in flavor?
This one are more harder.
Okay.
We need something harder to cook. This one, the moment they touching the water, they become very soft, and then they become more sauce. What we want is just to roast and keep a little bit of the crunchiness of the tomato, but we want the juice. The juice mix with the scallops.
Got it.
So this one a little bit. They are harder. They are more stronger. They are more meaty. Voila, more meaty is the way. And then, as usual, since we are very boring people, I be using the usual garlic, because Italian we use garlic all the way, all the time.
Oh, so you're putting garlic in this one as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
All right.
Garlic is very good for your health, isn't it?
Yeah, because well, it's great for keeping vampires away. I know that. I don't know about him. Okay, I suppose so.
Okay. Sounds very. Sounds very.
But that's a good thing, though, Diego, because if it keeps the vampires away, and I know there's a lot of them on this planet, then it allows us a more opportunity to eat the food with the garlic, right?
He's a vampire. No bad.
Okay.
Okay. So then, what we have a look at the roasting. You see.
And folks, it's really warm, so if you see us perspiring, hey, this is live. This is the way it goes, okay? Which is wonderful, okay? Because you can use your sweat for hydration if you want to, drink it off into some water later on, and make sure you drink. Okay, so you can scratch that, okay? That was a real sick joke.
Here we are. I said about white wine. Here we are.
Go.
Let's put a little bit, just for fun.
And Diego, I'm going to help you with your, don't worry, just move your heel up. Okay, there you go.
Voila.
All right.
And that's all. Now the alcohol flying away, and from now on, we don't do anything. We just leave it there. Quietly, we leave it there. Slowly, quietly. Okay, so next we go to the...
So a question, Diego. If you're putting garlic, if you're putting, because you're also putting honey in there,
yes,
and you're putting alcohol, will you still be able to taste all the different flavors?
Yes.
How does that happen? Because I know, like, when I'm making stuff, it kind of like all comes together and people go, well, what did you put in this, Bill? Because I can't taste anything but whatever the main ingredient is. How do you prevent that from happening?
No. There are no main ingredients. The main ingredient is the carrot. So you must taste the carrot. The rest enhance the carrot flavor.
Okay.
So this more. So if you put too much honey, too much. If you put too much garlic, it will be too much. So nothing else will be too much. So the main is always there. So the biggest one is the carrot, must be the big quantity. And then slowly, the one enhanced must be so. So a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oil, a little bit of honey, the spices and the carrots. So we do the pyramid the other way around.
Got it. The pyramid. I like that. He's so visual, isn't it? I mean, about the ping pong balls and the pyramid of cooking. Folks, this is so awesome.
Because I'm a very limited person. So okay, thank you for the compliment, but I'm a very limited person. So okay, it's good.
And
So,
isn't that wicked how Diego, he can go ahead and rattle off all this humor and these visualizations, and his hands just keep working. You know, and this is the thing, because guys are not good at this like me, but Diego is a mix of superhuman and guys and whatever else, because he can multitask.
Wow, superhuman. Wow. This one I
Look, dude, I tasted your food, and I know it's superhuman. Okay.
Superhuman. Wow, fantastic. I love that. I should tell to my wife.
So we're using the same extra virgin olive oil?
Simple oil,
Okay.
and that's all about it. We leave it like that, the garlic. Huh?
Now, a question. Do we have to worry about whether or not we get olive oil with like the spices in it, with the raspberry, or we just go with the straight stuff?
It's really up to you. If you want to give enhanced flavor and you just unusual flavor, for example, you cooking beetroot, you want vinegar, olive oil with raspberry, then it's matching together, give an enhanced flavor. But at the end of the day, for me, I'm very straight, just olive oil. If you want to put raspberry, just a few raspberry inside, and this is the way I think we cook.
No, what I mean is, you know how they have in the supermarkets, how they have different types of olive oil, they put all that stuff inside. It's not necessary, right?
In principle, it's not necessary.
Okay.
It's not necessary, actually, but it's up to you. Normally, the nice one is the nicer one. I suggest the olive oil with the flavor orange fruits, flavor orange or lemon. But at the end of the day, we just take our orange or lemon, we just squeeze in. And
Got it.
voila.
Makes sense.
Very, very, very simple.
And I'm gonna go around you here. Don't worry. You just keep carrying on.
So here we having the.
Is there a? There you go. There we go. Just hang on, because we gotta us dome heads have to look out for each other, man. Okay.
This is the problem when you. We are straight to the point. We don't nothing to hide.
Exactly.
Wow, I'm very lucky. You see.
And what did you say the other day? You said that if it rains and you're bald, what happens versus a people who have
Doesn't
hair?
care. We just got nothing to hide. So the rain, it doesn't bother us very much. Really, very much.
Like Randy behind the camera, he's got all that hair. This absorbs all that. But for us, we just drip and dry. That's it.
We just drip and dry, definitely. Okay, so basically we do the same way. We took garlic, but of course we can put the onion as well. It's at least if you want to put the onion, use nice onion as you wish. This point is very important because what we're gonna do when you start to drizzle like that, we're gonna put the scallops. So we just put in the scallops.
So tell us when we need to know when to put in the scallops again. So for those people who
When
didn't
it
get
start
this,
to become brown.
when the
You see
garlic
when the
becomes
garlic
brown.
start to
Okay.
become brownish, you just put the scallop like that. Very nice, just like that. And now start to drizzling heavily, of course, because we need to seal the flavor of the scallops in. See? Be very important.
And so these garlics, will they be part of the dish, or are they just
Me,
used to
generally, I keep inside the dish. Everybody see a garlic, they don't want to eat, they don't eat.
Okay.
At least they are homely style, homely cooking. And more stay there, more flavor going up. You see? So beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And it smells absolutely wonderful.
And this, when you're cooking like that, all the yolk part, which is the sea flavor, this caramelize, naturally caramelize on the scallop. Now it's not ready yet, you see? Start to become
on the
roasted.
side, the brown there, is that it?
Brownish.
Okay.
This is the most important part. Because this, the juice going out from the scallop, it caramelizes, so the flavor, which is the juice going up, we stick on the scallop, and later when we put the tomato, will be mixed together with the tomato. So we don't lose the flavor of the scallop. No point to have a fresh scallop, beautiful scallop, and then at the end of the day you lose all the flavor. Slowly, you see, nothing.
How do we choose scallops when we're going out shopping? Do we
You must be alive.
go out and get a boat and then a fishing rod and
No, they have
diving gear?
nice scallops as well. You can today the technology is very nice. You can buy even frozen scallops. They're very nice.
Now explain that. Do you prefer frozen scallops or fresh scallops?
Definitely fresh.
What's the difference? Because a lot of people out there are going to want to go ahead and get frozen scallops for convenience, but what are they going to be giving up when they do that?
Really the freshness is something undetectable. When you have a fresh scallops, when you're cooking, you really taste, smell, and feel the sea. Is what we want. The
Taste,
frozen
feel, and
one,
smell the
no
sea.
matter how it's nicely done, will lose somewhere. Will lose somewhere.
Folks, and that's what's very interesting about all this cooking. That's the reason why what Diego does is entirely different than what most other people do. Smelling, tasting, and feeling the sea. I mean, that's brilliant, okay, with fresh scallops. For those people who are just chiming in, I'm Bill, this is Diego, we're doing Dining with Diego. And stand by until the end of the time. You're going to learn how to cook all of these meals in a very short period of time, and we have something that you can win at the end of the day. Okay, carry on.
Okay, so here we are. You see they're very caramelized. They're still raw in the center. Now what we need to do, you see this bubble,
Yes.
this ball bubble, this is the juice of the scallop going there. So that's why, you see, this is the juice. So at this stage, we adding the tomato.
Okay, so we add them only when we see the bubbles, is that
Yes,
it?
because
Okay.
now our purpose has been achieved, has been caramelized. Now
okay.
the juice go up. I don't want to lose the juice, so I just put
Got it.
the tomato. Very simply as it is.
It's fascinating.
And that's all. And
Now,
that's all.
Diego, when I just a question, when I eat scallops, which is why I don't like them so much, I always notice that the scallops have this kind of bitter taste. Is that because of the way that they're prepared, or you know? And I didn't dine like you. cook.
Naturally, scallops, they're naturally sweet. It's
Naturally
a
sweet?
Yes, it's a sweet. That's why we need to roast. When you roast it, you make it more sweeter.
So what happens if it's like, is it a bad scallop or something? If it tastes bitter,
It tastes
awful cooking,
it tastes
right?
bitter.
Or maybe my tongue is just like out to lunch, right?
Now what's going to happen, you see the juice of the tomato, the mixing together slowly. No need to go very fast as well. Now we just need to cook a few minutes. In this case, you want to add a little bit more unusual. Maybe we put black olive. At least I'm very Italian. I like black olive. Can I put
Go for it, man. Go for it. This is your meal.
just a little bit of black olive? Very nice.
Now, what will this do? What will the black olives do to your dish here?
Oh, the black olive, they're adding the bitterness, but the most important, enhance your palate. So the tongue always must be excited. So that's why most of the culture, Italy, we put pepper, chili, a little bit, because when the tongue is excited, the pore of the tongue, they expand, and then absorb more flavor. So the moment your tongue eating, tell to your brain, oh, it's very good, it's bitter, it's salty, da 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 da.
Fascinating.
Yes,
Excited
it's
tongues.
just all chemistry.
Okay. Now, is eating food the only way our tongues can get excited, or is it? Okay, we won't even go there. I'm sorry. I was just.
No. For today,
That's
the only way is the first time.
personal, okay. No, okay, folks. Yeah. Okay. We'll stick to this food here. Forget about me, because my mind is being excited by the food, and my tongue gets excited by food and other things as well.
Maybe
But-
this will be another session.
yeah.
Okay, to make a little bit crazy the things, so we take a lemon. So most of the people, they're using the juice, which is very good as well, but the juice is very hard acidity. We don't need very much because the tomato, they are naturally acidic. We want the skin. So
the
what,
skin.
so what we're gonna do, we just take the yellow part of the skin. Of course, the juice, the inside part of the juice, what you're gonna do, you do the dressing for a salad. So we just be cutting like that. This one, it can cook 5-10 minutes. It's fantastic. More than that, it become too bitter. Most important is to use the yellow part, not the white. The white is the bitterness one, too bitter. I want the yellow.
I always thought that the lemon peel was the bitter. And so we put this in for only about how many minutes now?
Yeah, now we are almost finished to cook.
But so when do we put in the lemon? Because you said that it turns bitter.
At the end. You
At
see
the
the
end,
flavor
okay.
now?
Yeah, I can smell that.
It's totally changed. You see the juice all mixing together. Fantastic. And at this stage, what I want to do, which is the last stage, we just take the
Now what is this?
basil, just basil. You just
okay,
break
this
the
is basil,
basil like
okay.
that. This one is very volatile flavor. You need to put really
I
at the
can
end.
smell that. I can smell that basil.
So the moment the basil contact with the heat, you just make freedom of the flavor and the salt. So basically the dish is finished. So what I suggest is to stop.
Okay.
When you stop, in a few minutes, all be resting together. This one
So this is still going. The carrots are still
is
going. here.
finished. It's finished as well. You see?
Oh, that
It
is.
become naturally roast. So basically what happened here, all the flavor was around with the juice, suddenly stick all around the carrots.
Is that what this caramelization
Yes,
is?
this
all
called
that.
caramelization.
Okay.
So all of this brownish is not because it's burnt, you roast a little bit, of course, and this we have all of this caramel. So I want to let him there as well a few minutes. So all of this we stick more around the pan. So you off,
Okay, so you turn it off and then you cover it, right?
you
Okay.
cover, you leave it like that. This you turn it off and you leave it like that. And basically they are ready to be served.
Wow.
Simply like that.
That is beautiful.
You want to try? Oh, I try first.
Absolutely. You go first. Go first.
So the most important things is to try always the juice. This is the one tell you.
So don't
salt
taste
and-
the food. Taste the juice.
the juice. Because the juice tell you what is the food is salty, not enough, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't put any salt here, actually.
I can attest to that, folks. I'm
Oh.
right here. He didn't put any.
Actually, I didn't add any salt. Till now, nowhere I add salt.
And
Because
so salt is not necessary then, huh?
in principle, not necessary. Just want to, because you are very salty person, but then you enhance a little bit. But naturally, no need. They are all there. Of course, it's low in salt.
Right. So
But
it's
do I
low.
need so much salt?
Right. No, we don't. And that's it, folks. And so there's another healthy little tip there. Low sodium. And what low salt or low sodium does, and I'm sure Diego will agree, is that it brings out all those flavors that he did. I mean, if you put too much salt on it, it's sort of like you overkill everything.
It's overkill.
right?
You are totally right. So basically, if you want to put salt, you just put a little bit. Today, the new technology is the seawater salt. So this
Sea waters.
this one you need to try. This is very unique. It's very unique. You try. It's just
But so, okay, where do you get this? Because people are going to want to know.
This come. Unfortunately, I'm the only one to have. It's come
Oh
from.
my gosh.
It's come from south of Italy, in a maritime part. They go minus 150 meter. They collect, go up. They check everything okay. They clean and they sell it. So why are using seawater? Because it's natural. It comes from the sea. At the end of the day, if I need to add, they just add seawater.
Okay, so wait. So this is actually sea water. This is not sea salt compressed into water.
No.
Oh,
this is
beautiful.
It's just water. Simply water.
You know what's fantastic about that, folks? You notice how we always talk about processed foods, because whenever you're doing things like making oils, making things like, like whey powder and all that kind of stuff, there's a factory manufacturing process that goes into that where they have to shove a whole bunch of chemicals and things like that, and it becomes unnatural. What's really interesting about this, and I'm just going to show this right here, we're not doing a product promotion, but this is actual seawater salt, not sea salt. How brilliant is that? Now, Diego, can this, and you can just speak from over there, can you get this any place in Singapore, or does one have to order this?
Unfortunately, no. It's we just the only one import this because it's very new things in the world to use the.
So you can't find. Okay, so let's do this right now, Diego. Let's stand right here. This is sea salt by Diego's Dining. It only costs $150,000. Okay, only, and you can buy it at Oso. Shipping is $750, so you're getting a deal. Sea salt by Diego.
The marketing is fantastic. Yeah. Before we plating everything, I start to prepare the dessert. I think we are on the stage too.
Okay, so this is dessert egg.
Yes.
Now, did I pronounce that? How do I say that? Zabaglione.
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 Yes.
Zabaglione with raspberry
Yes.
balsamic, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
So basically,
Zabaglione.
we're taking the egg. So it's something very sweet. You need something energetic on your life. So we just simply.
Now, what
divide-
about the eggs? Are we using any particular type
Yes,
of eggs?
Organic eggs is always the best.
Why? Why is organic eggs the best?
Because they are controlled. They are Today, if you want to if you want to be healthy, I think at the end of the day, to better just for a few cents more, better to have a nice egg, since it's your dessert, better be proper.
Does it change the flavor in the
Oh,
eggs?
definitely.
Oh, really?
Definitely.
How is it
It's a
different
big-
than a normal egg?
Oh, it's more concentrated in flavor. The egg really tastes as a egg.
Really?
It really tastes as
Okay,
a egg. Definitely
okay.
tastes as a egg. So you just do like that. You see, you divide. Tuck. Whatever, how many you want. I just know I do for Bill because Bill have a lot of muscle. So, you need to, so actually you need 30 of those, but I better stop here.
So what you're doing is you're just showing me how many eggs you can break to show me how you have more muscle than I do, right?
No. Compete. I'm a little bit. I cannot compete with you. But one day I will.
Oh my goodness.
Next time.
You know,
So what
muscle
you do-
don't mean anything. Cooking to
So-
save people's lives and their stomach is much more powerful.
So what we do, we just do
Okay.
like that. Then, as usual, put a little bit of honey.
Honey in here as well.
Yes, you need something sweet, just a little bit sweetness, because in this recipe put raspberry and balsamic. The balsamic is a little bit acidic.
Okay, now Diego, when you use this little honey thing, what do you call that? Because people would normally take a honey with a spoon or something. So
Oh.
how do we know how to measure how much we do? I noticed that you did like a couple of drips.
Normally 2 eggs, one of those.
Okay.
Just-
And what is? Do you know what this is called? Is it a honey scoop or what? What the heck?
It's
is
a
that?
honey scoop, yes.
A honey scoop,
It's
okay,
pretty
cool.
common everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Then we just mix it.
Go ahead. I got you. I just
No,
wanna-
I'm very stressed, you know. I'm very, very super stressed. Okay, a little bit here, please.
Okay. I got you.
I did.
Okay. Close your lip. Okay, you're good, man.
Okay,
You're good to go.
fantastic.
Okay.
So then at the end of the day, we just take raspberry. This you can do the day before as well. You take your raspberry, you just marinate with balsamic. No need very much balsamic, just a little bit, and you leave it there. Or if you are rushing, same as now, you just press a little bit. Just we want to press it. So this the balsamic flavor. It enhance the raspberry.
That's
You
fascinating because balsamic and a sweet raspberry.
Yes, very unusual, but very summertime in Italy. You need the summertime, you know, you need to just go swimming, jumping here and there, but the fresh food, they are there, you see? And you make your homemade puree,
This
just
is
simply like
okay.
that.
So Diego, all of these dishes that you're making today, they complement each other. Why did you decide to put all three of them together? How is that, like, you know, how does that work together in symphony?
Any recipe, there have some basic theory. One is example, you need to sweet, salted, a little bit which is natural, spices, bitter, you must have a bitter, and acidity.
Okay.
So all of these, basically, when you close your eyes and you eat any kind of food in the world, you eat and you said, it's good or it's bad, or it's very good or it's very bad.
Okay.
But when it says bad, it's too much salt, less salt. But when it's perfect, no matter how you're eating with closed eyes, when it's perfect, and all these 4 ingredients, the bitter, the saltiness, the acidity,
Right.
they are all same level. The moment one go up to the other, then too salty, too spicy, too so must be the moment is
Fascinating, folks. It literally is like creating a symphony, like creating an orchestra, and getting those flavors and everything. I think that's fascinating. All
Okay,
right.
now what we do, we just take it, put just a little bit of water, no need to be so, just boiling water. You put the egg, this is very fast
So
operation.
we make sure that the water is boiling.
Yeah, it must be
Okay.
hot. And
Okay.
then, okay, in this case, if you want to put some liquor, you can put some liquor as well.
Okay.
Up to you. So, you want some liquor?
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I was.
And
I
basically,
got a
you
hangover.
enhance your muscle, you still, see, do like that.
There you go.
And then, like that, just basically, you cooking the egg.
Great exercise for rip and grip for barbells, folks. That's the only reason why he's making the eggs is because he's trying to strengthen.
I want to show how powerful I am.
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely.
So basically, when you cook like that in a hot water, must be go pretty fast because it's cooking. You see, the egg cooking at the same time and become basically a mousse because incorporated the hair cooking.
I have to be honest with you, Diego. I thought you were going to pour the eggs inside the water just now. I didn't know you were.
Later the time. So basically, you see, they're basically cooked already. See, no need very much actually,
Okay.
and it becomes soft. You see, it's already there.
Wow.
Okay, a little bit more. Just I want to make sure it's perfect for you.
And so this is only like about, folks, this is only like about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
at most,
We need to
yeah.
go and heat very fast. I don't want to waste my time cooking so long. All the recipes are very fast. You see?
So all
Wow,
these
you
recipes
see?
that Diego is making, folks, you see what he's doing. These everyone can make, and you can go ahead and play back the replay so that you can see what's going on here. It's absolutely
And
fascinating.
basically, that's all. So now what they're gonna do? They're gonna plate it.
Okay, now plates. Because people are going to be making this for their guests and their family. Is there a difference in plates, or how do you do this?
For this kind of, we need to have a dip because we're gonna use the spoon. So basically, what we're gonna do, we just take what we done. We put just below. This is your dessert. Ta ta ta. Hopla. Fantastic. Here we are. Then what you're gonna do? You just put pour.
Ah. It looks like pudding.
It is.
Wow.
Here we are. And that's all. So you can put as well in the fridge for later on.
So this is your dessert. This
This
goes in later
dessert
on.
time. Then become
Wow.
a little bit solid, more solid. If you want to put some garnish on top, you put some fresh fruit. And here we are.
So folks, just so you know, what Diego did is he's making a dessert egg with, now, why would you call it zabaglione?
Oh, in Italian, zabaglione.
What does that mean?
No
it
meaning,
just an
zabaglione is zabaglione, something make you, give me energy.
Ah, okay.
Give me energy. Generally, we do a hand of the meal, we just take this one, we are full of energy, let's go.
Zabaglione.
Zabaglione.
And so just now, if you're just tuning in, what's underneath this beautiful egg concoction is raspberry and balsamic. It's just absolutely fascinating. Okay, carry on.
Here we are, so we done the zabaglione.
Yep.
Then what we can do, we just do the famous, I think we're gonna do the famous carrot.
The famous carrots.
So this one is very interesting. So we're gonna do, opla. You see how beautiful they are, shiny they are. Now, I just
That looks so beautiful.
and it is good as well.
For those of you tuning in right now, this is Dining with Diego. I'm Bill. This is Diego. And today we are starting off this whole series, 4-episode series on dining at Osso. Wow.
Then you want to
that's
put
beautiful.
the garlic, is up to you.
And look at the way he's actually crafting.
Don't need much. And then the most
Tincture.
important part at this stage, which I always like very much, is to put a little bit of virgin olive oil. This one at the end, because it's very bitter, the oil, very powerful. When you always at the end, no cook, you put on the salted dish. The moment you taste, your tongue will tell to your brain is fresh. Automatically. This is the tongue wise.
So there's so many different uses of oil. You just don't pour it in and deep
Be
fry.
excited a little bit.
This is, this is so good. I'm even sweating looking at it, getting ready. There you go with that.
And then, okay, if you want to put something very cute, just put a little bit greenish last minute.
Now, what is this that you're putting in
It's
here?
just a chive, a decoration I had here.
So don't get confused, folks. This is not a weed from your garden, okay? This is an actual piece of food, okay?
Oh yeah, it is, definitely it is.
Look how beautiful that is.
Here we are, very simply.
How do you eat stuff like that when it looks so cool?
When you have no choice, you need to eat. Basically. And then what we're gonna do, now we're gonna do the scallops, same way.
Okay.
Hopla. Scallops, wow, look like,
Man.
yeah,
Now,
actually yes. You see how the juice automatically become thick.
Yes.
You see, we didn't do anything. It's
By
just
just sitting
all sitting there. It's a natural. All the flavor they are there. Okay, all I put nicely, but we are homemade.
Okay.
Just do like that.
No, go ahead. I mean, go ahead and do your artwork.
Okay.
Dude, I mean,
Okay.
that's what people want to know. They're going to follow what you do here.
Fantastic. So basically, we are countryside. Here we are. Look at the juice. Beautiful.
So you put the juice on there as well.
We have to.
The whole
we
thing.
Have, yes.
And look how brightly colored that is. The whole
Yes.
colors are, it's just like the flavors
it's
that
a
you're talking
naturally
about.
shine. You see, it's a naturally shine.
Yes.
This the food must be shining. So, it's
So
very-
you just move the tomatoes to the side so that it actually
if
gets
you know, without the scallop, everybody say, no,
same thing.
Same thing. Then you want to put a little bit around just to make it nicer. Voila. you want to put pepper. We just put pepper.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
enhance. And then, as usual, you want to put something greenish. Here we are. Voila.
And this is the mint again, right?
And you can heat as well. Voila.
Oh my gosh. Look at that, folks. How beautiful is that? 3 dishes in less than 40 minutes, folks. I mean, that's less than 40 minutes. How wicked is that? And this is fine dining, folks, but this is fine dining that's healthy that you can do on your own. Now, if you didn't get all that and you're coming in right now with the replay, then go back because this stuff is fascinating. Diego is incredible in the way that he makes this. All right?
Well,
So-
you're very kind, eh?
so Diego, now, no,
You want to try?
I won't spoil.
No,
Is
you
it
don't
okay?
try.
Can we do it together? Can you? I want you to try something.
You worry I poison you. Go to a restaurant, you need to trust the chef. This one,
Okay, wait. So which one do we normally eat first? And another
Vegetable.
thing, is this considered the starter, the main meal? How do we do this?
this I leave it to you.
Okay, so it means that
For
folks,
me,
you can do this in
I
your
was
living.
thinking just eating. So this one you keep in the fridge, you take
Okay.
out last minute.
All right.
And this one, which one you start is okay.
Okay, so what do you start with on this plate?
Me, I touch always with the
So you don't take this with the scallop, you just eat this on its own?
yeah.
I got 2, I'm sorry, I'm a greedy hog.
The most important is to taste ingredient by ingredient. First of all, then the olive.
Okay, the olive.
It's nice. It's quite good actually.
It's too bad, folks, you can't be here. Randy's behind the camera. And I can see
Somebody need to suffer.
he's getting his shirt wet because his saliva is running off his lip. Tough luck, Randy.
We are walking behind here. You see, we are very sweaty everywhere.
Have to make sure that wipe the sweat. Oh, wow. Okay, now you ate a scallop, right? So do I cut it or do I?
Because one scallop, then you. The moment you take your time.
So basically, you're saying, Bill, don't be a pig. Okay, I gotcha.
Slowly. No, you eat.
Oh no,
But the most important
it is sweet.
is the juice. Sweet.
It is sweet. And so we take this at the end, the juice, right?
Yeah. The juice is all a combination of everything together.
I can
so
taste
all
the
the
tomato-
flavor
yeah.
there together.
That is beautiful.
Yes, this is the way.
Absolutely fantastic, folks.
Fantastic.
And this is called your stewed scallops with
tomato.
with cherry tomato, organic. Oh no, that cherry tomato in garlic basil.
Yeah, garlic, basil. I had a little bit of black olive and lemon just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun, but actually that's cheating. You put in too much. Okay, you don't
Wow.
have to put in all that.
You see, cheat me. Okay, let's start
Right.
with the carrots now.
All right. So what is this now?
Oh, carrots is
Here
the
we
same
go.
way. I cut for you.
Okay.
This is so voila. Carrot must be crunchy. Voila.
Do you guys need to talk to Diego? Or you just here? You want?
They want to eat it.
No, you stay right there. There's a
They want to-
line that you cannot cross. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, you can cross. You can cross. Okay, so try one of these. Okay. Just one at a time, right?
I
Is there-
already eat 3.
Oh.
I love carrots. You see, when you taste all the ingredients there, but at the end you have
It's very
the soil, the nature, the herb
Yeah.
taste. This is the carrot, organic carrot.
You know, I
power.
never get this taste from like that big carrot that you showed just now.
Yeah, big carrot, they
100%.
just give it sweetness, color, very good. For salad, they're fantastic, but to cook roasted, definitely not really.
That is wonderful
Actually, it's very good.
because I can taste the, folks. I'm sorry to talk with my mouth full. But carrots,
Which is very good.
so good. Can't just stop, talk, eat. Got to do talking, eating at the same time. That is beautiful because I can actually feel the flavors going right through to the center of the carrot.
That's why we think carrot to have the flavor of the carrot. No point with carrots.
Beautiful. Diego, is there any? We can't try that because it hasn't been done, right? Or can we?
It's okay. It's
Oh, we
fine.
can.
Ready.
Okay.
We are ready. We are
So
ready.
this doesn't have to be like refrigerated or anything like that.
No, you
can eat like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's for you.
Thank you.
Prego.
Go for it, sir.
And then you just take the most important. You take all. This is the most important part. Wow.
For this one, you don't do little by little. You take the whole thing. Okay. Let me give this a shot.
Wow. Woo-ha.
Don't worry, Randy. You can have a little bit of this afterwards.
Hoo-ha.
No way. No way. That isn't. I can't even talk. Losing my mind over this cuisine. Seriously, folks, and I'm not joking, because I am not a big food eater. That doesn't taste like anything that was made on this planet. The only place you can get this is also. No, I'm just joking. Okay, you can go and make
don't
this
joke.
stuff
It's
with your own.
true.
This is delicious. Oh my gosh, because it doesn't even taste like egg. Can I just have a little bit more?
Yeah, it's all for you.
This is beautiful.
From the people behind, Mr. Randy is right there. You want to try?
I wish you were here, but then again, no, because it leaves more for us. Okay, Diego, any last tips that you want to give people out there when they're preparing this type of food?
Okay, the last tips is no matter how you're gonna cook short, because I want to capture the same flavor, all of this. I think the most important part when you cook is to enjoy cooking, and you enjoy cooking for yourself, for your body, for your mind, mainly for your mind as well. You're just cooking, you're preparing, you try, sometimes burns, it doesn't matter, as long as you do and you create something for yourself. I think so.
Yep,
This
excellent.
If you want to work more, you come in my kitchen.
There you go. Absolutely. I work there, so why are you laughing? I have to work in your kitchen. I'm doing the dishes afterwards, folks, and I've actually been here over. No, just joking. Anyway, folks, that is Dining with Diego, and that's what's really important. What I love about what Diego is he's not just a cook. He's actually an artist, and he's a philosopher. I call him the artistic philosopher of cooking.
Okay, I'm a simple cook, and it's all about it.
Yeah,
philosopher.
He's not. He's just very, very
I'm a
humble.
cook. I just cook carrots, tomato, nothing. But it's okay. It's very simple. Here we are.
Okay, look, I try to just cook, and it doesn't look anything like this, okay? So what you take for granted is absolutely
So now
brilliant.
you rewatch the video and you redo yourself, and then you see how next time.
Yeah, but you won't see me next time because I'll set my whole apartment on fire because I'll use too much
And
alcohol.
then I come to help you
Absolutely, to put out the fire.
to steal your alcohol and to help you. Okay, good.
You're right. All right, folks. I'm Bill. This is Diego. This is Dining with Diego. Now, remember I mentioned that there's going to be a surprise. Well, guess what? Here's what I want all of you to do. I want you, question of the day, what foods do you like most? For example, do you like a certain dessert best? Do you like a certain main fish? Put in the comments below about your favorite food. And what Diego and I are going to do in our last episode of this 4-part series, Diego is going to reach his hand in a place where it's going to be a lucky draw, and the winner, and this is based on the names that you guys come in here, the winner is going to be able to dine here
Yes.
at Oso. And what are they going to be getting, Diego, when they dine here?
I don't know, but just maybe 7, 8 course. Just sit down, very luxury. You just drink a little bit of champagne for start. Just simple things. Yeah, very simple life. I just enjoy. I'm taking care of you. Okay, the only things you need to tell me when you reach, you tell me, okay, I'm allergic to this ingredient. I don't like this ingredient, and then I just go in the kitchen. I cook for you. Every dish is a surprise, and maybe I drink with you.
Diego is going to make the meal especially for you, but you got to go ahead and click in every week. We'll see you next week on Thursday at 11 a.m. Dining with Diego at Oso. I'm Bill.
I'm Diego.
And we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.
Take care. Bye. Bye.